Have you ever felt a sudden wave of confusion or noticed a loved one struggling to find the right words? These moments can feel fleeting, but for those of us over 60, they might be more than just a quirk of aging. Strokes are a serious concern as we grow older, striking unexpectedly and leaving lasting impacts if not caught early. On our channel, Happiness After 60, we're all about empowering you to live your best life with confidence and clarity, and today, we're diving into something critical: 5 stroke warning signs every older adult should know. Understanding these signs can make all the difference, giving you the tools to act fast and protect your health or someone you care about. Over the next few minutes, we'll walk through these warning signs together, sharing stories and practical tips to help you recognize them in real life. Let's start with the first sign, one that often catches people off guard because it feels so subtle at first. Sudden numbness or weakness, especially on one side of the body, is a red flag you can't ignore. Imagine you're sipping your morning coffee, and suddenly, your right arm feels heavy, like it's not quite listening to you. Or maybe your cheek tingles, and you brush it off as just being tired. These sensations might seem minor, but they're your body's way of sounding an alarm. Strokes often affect one side of the body because they disrupt blood flow to specific parts of the brain. I remember my neighbor, Clara, who's 68. One afternoon, she noticed her left hand felt clumsy while knitting. She thought she'd just overdone it, but when it didn't go away, her daughter insisted on a hospital visit. Thank goodness she did. Clara had a mini stroke, and quick action helped her recover fully. If you feel sudden weakness in your arm, leg, or even half your face, don't wait it out. Time is critical. Try lifting both arms or smiling in a mirror. If one side isn't cooperating, call for help right away. This sign is your body whispering for attention, and listening closely can save your life. Now, let's talk about another warning sign that's easy to dismiss, but just as urgent. Sudden confusion or trouble speaking can creep up in ways that feel like a senior moment. Picture yourself chatting with friends, and all of a sudden, your words get jumbled, or you can't follow the conversation. It's not just forgetting a name, it's a deeper struggle, like your brain can't connect the dots. This happened to my friend Tom, who's 72. He was telling a story at a family dinner when his sentences started to slur, almost like he'd had too much wine, though he hadn't touched a drop. His wife noticed his speech was off and got him to the ER. It turned out to be a warning sign of a stroke, and acting fast made all the difference. If you or someone you love suddenly can't speak clearly, struggles to understand simple questions, or seems unusually confused, don't chalk it up to age or stress. These are clues your brain might not be getting enough oxygen. Let's keep this in mind as we move to another sign that's just as critical, one that affects something we rely on every day. Vision problems that hit out of nowhere are another stroke warning sign you need to take seriously. You might be reading the newspaper or watching TV when one eye suddenly goes blurry, or you lose part of your field of vision, like a curtain dropping over half the world. For older adults, it's tempting to blame cataracts or needing new glasses, but stroke-related vision issues are different. They come on fast and often affect just one side. My cousin Ellen, who's 65, experienced this while gardening. She thought dirt had gotten in her eye because her left side went dark. When it didn't clear up, she called her doctor, who sent her straight to the hospital. That quick thinking helped her avoid a worse outcome. If you notice sudden double vision, blind spots, or trouble seeing in one or both eyes, don't wait for it to pass. Check if the problem is in one eye by covering each one separately. This sign is your brain waving a flag, and it leads us naturally to another warning that can feel even more disorienting. Sudden trouble walking or maintaining balance is a sign that often stops people in their tracks. One minute, you're strolling through the park, and the next, you're stumbling, feeling dizzy, or struggling to put one foot in front of the other. It's not just clumsiness. Stroke-related balance issues feel like the ground is shifting beneath you. I think of my old friend George, who's 70. He was out walking his dog when he suddenly felt like the world was spinning. He sat down, thinking it was just low blood sugar, but when he tried to stand, his legs wouldn't cooperate. His neighbor saw him and called 911. George later learned it was a stroke, and that quick response helped him regain his strength. If you feel unsteady, dizzy, or like you're losing coordination, don't brush it off as just aging or fatigue. Try standing still or walking a straight line. If it feels off, it's time to get help. This sign connects to our next warning, one that might surprise you because it's not always obvious. A sudden, severe headache, unlike anything you've felt before, can be a stroke's calling card. We all get headaches from time to time, but a stroke-related headache is intense, often described as the worst pain you've ever experienced. It might come with nausea, vomiting, or sensitivity to light, and it hits without warning. My aunt, Margaret, who's 67, had this happen while cooking dinner. She thought it was a migraine, but the pain was so sharp, and she felt sick to her stomach. Her husband drove her to the ER, where doctors found a stroke caused by a burst blood vessel. If you get a headache that feels like a thunderclap, especially if it's paired with any of the signs we've talked about, don't wait. Ask someone to describe how you look, pale, confused, or off balance. That's a cue to act fast. These signs all tie together, and recognizing them can feel overwhelming, so let's explore how to pull it all together in a way that empowers you. Knowing these 5 signs, numbness, confusion, vision problems, balance issues, and severe headaches, gives you power over your health. But it's not just about memorizing a list. It's about trusting your instincts. If something feels wrong, don't hesitate. I remember chatting with my friend Linda, who's 69, about how she ignored a tingling arm for hours, thinking it was just arthritis. By the time she got help, her stroke had done more damage than it might have. Stories like hers remind us that every minute counts. A simple way to remember these signs is the acronym FAST: face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty, time to call 911. But don't stop there. Vision issues and headaches are just as urgent. Keep a note by your phone with these signs, or share them with your family. Practice checking your smile or lifting your arms so you're ready to spot trouble. If you're with someone who seems off, ask them to repeat a simple sentence or describe what they see. These small actions can change everything. Now, let's wrap this up with a reminder of why this matters and how you can take charge. Living vibrantly after 60 means listening to your body and acting with courage. Strokes don't have to define your story. You have the power to spot these warning signs and get help fast. Whether it's numbness on one side, sudden confusion, vision changes, trouble walking, or a blinding headache, these are your body's way of saying, pay attention. By knowing these signs, you're not just protecting yourself, but also those you love. Share this knowledge with your friends, your kids, or your grandkids. Talk about it over coffee or at your next family gathering. And if you've ever experienced something like this or helped someone through it, drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your story. It's through sharing that we build a stronger, healthier community. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to join us at Happiness After 60 for more tips to live your best life. Here's to staying strong, staying aware, and thriving at every age. See you in the next video.